So yeah, this is Jaquan with another Behind the Beat. This one is for a song I did for J. Cole called 3 Wishes.
Yeah, grew up with killers, I ain't know they was killers.
The beat came together. I made it in my kind of mini studio upstairs, watching my daughter. I was watching some like old dude on YouTube play like some jazz chords or whatever. It's like, yeah, I like those. So I kind of took like the first chord he played and then kind of felt my way into another one and started it from that. And you know, the vibe of the beat was kind of like, you know, G-funkish, I guess. I've been listening to a lot of that. So J. Cole got the beat from my boy Matt, Money Making Matt McNeil, and he recorded to it and the joint Mo Money that ended up being on his album around the same time. And he called me and he was like, yeah, I did this joint off the beat was called Out originally. Here's the floppy disk, you know, it's like a relic right here. My ASR I have upstairs doesn't have the zip disk, so I have to use the old school floppy. So yeah, he called me, we talked. He said he wanted to use it on his album as like a really long interlude or whatever. So I was like, cool, dope, whatever. Eventually, he was finishing the album. He couldn't really find a place for it on it, so he hit me up and asked to use it on the mixtape, and I'm like, sure. He was using a joint of mine on the album, so you know, it's all good. So the joint came out, got a really good response. I think it was a dope song. I like that whole EP actually a lot. You know, we cut some more records and we ended up with one on the album. And I put these drums on Snare Jordan Volume 2 for you guys. So if you want to mess with those, head to the site and pick those up. I did this beat actually pretty much with all keyboard sounds. So for whatever reason, I didn't have access to records that day. So I did this on my smaller setup at home. And I used a bunch of stock sounds. And it really started with these chords. And I kind of just made a little wave sound on the ASR 10. And you kind of can just create a wave. Create a wave sample. You just get a generic sound. And I was just playing around. Yeah. That's it right there. I think I put the bass note in there too. So that's kind of like the basic chords that are in the whole song. Then I added these drums. And then the bass line was the next big part. And this bass, I mean, it's Moog Funk bass. You can see it right here. This is a stock ASR sound. I just got another ASR when I did this beat, and I had it upstairs at my house. And you know, on the little JBL house speaker, I basically did the beat, and I put it together with mostly stock sounds. So I used the generic create a wave, and then I loaded up this Moog Funk bass, which is definitely not a real Moog bass.
So it's all like 80s sounds.
Yeah, it's all, you know, these are stock sounds from like 89, so it's like some shit Teddy Riley. Somebody was telling me Teddy Riley used to use one of these, so I could kind of hear it. I don't know about Shaka Khan, that might be too old, but I like it. I like this sound because it definitely has that vibe, like kind of loose ends-ish. And that's kind of what I was going for. I was listening to a lot of West Coast 90s stuff at the time, and it has that kind of vibe in there, so kind of played the bass like in that way. Damn, did I just do that on the first time? I think I had a different ending to the second part, so I just copied it. And kind of shifted the bass around to, you know, interact with the drums a little better.
You shifted it around in Pro Tools, or that's?
No, this is just on here.
You can shift it around like this.
Yeah, shift track. Come on, man. Command track. Shift track by clocks.
I see it, but I've never.
I do that. That's one of my main little weapons. Then I sampled my harp string I had made a patch a while ago. And played that on top of it. Played this little line. So, you know, I played the chords, I got the bass line and the drums. So, I have my MIDI basically going out to my 6-track, which is a old school analog joint that I like to use. And I just basically used MIDI and played those chords. You know, I had the chords playing on the 6-track, and I kind of just started editing sounds. I can't exactly get it the way it was on the original beat because I don't remember what I did. But I'll just kind of show you how it works. So I'm controlling it on here on the ASR10. This is MIDI. It's a MIDI keyboard.
So it's triggering that.
Yeah, so it's triggering the 6-track. So I go over here to the 6-track and just kind of messing with the parameters. So basically I just did a bunch of layers with random sounds, you know, through the 6-track after that. And I ran the 6-track through this joint, which is the Space Echo. It's a rolling thing with a little tape in there. And, you know, you can throw echoes on it. You hear that like tape moving around. And, you know, I just added some more texture to it because it was kind of a like really super keyboard beat, so I wanted to add some more raw textures to it. So I actually go to the actual session of the beat that I did and show you some of the other parts in it. So this was the first track I used the 6-track on the original beat. And there's another track, another kind of muted thing. Those same chords though, basically. What else is in there? Then we have a lead that I played, which I think is I played it on Yamaha CSO1, which is a little baby keyboard. My daughter actually loves to use it, and it's kind of, it gives you like kind of that G-funk feel. And then I think the last thing in the beat is this little sprinkle thing that I also did off the Yamaha CSO1 that I ran through the Space Echo, and it just kind of adds a little space age texture. This little sound right here. You know, just turn the delay up high and do a little sweep across, and that's how you get that. And that's pretty much the beat, so I'll play it all in full. And for the first 8 bars, I just basically threw a low pass filter on it, and that was it, you know. And I just kind of take the sounds in and out.